Nick, thank you. Well, turning to our segment now, one-on-one, continuing our coverage of the Supreme Court's ruling on Arizona's immigration law. Both political sides claiming victory today. So to talk about the issue, break it down a little bit, Western New England University professor of political science, Peter Fairman, joining us live now on set. Thanks so much for taking the time to join us. So this ruling comes down today. What's your take? Break this down for us.
Well, largely the immigration ruling, I think, is a victory for President Obama. I mean, they really took away a lot of the law. They kept the main part of it. And the immigration is in the news. I think it actually helps President Obama. I mean, it's not the economy, and anything other than the economy is probably a good thing for him to talk about. And the Republican Party, both parties have their struggles, but the Republican Party, they have some challenges reaching out to Latinos, and this sort of puts them in an uncomfortable position with Latinos. So, you know, this probably will be, the news of it will be washed away by the health care decision. But for now, I think it's good for the president.
And turning to that health care decision, a big week really at the Supreme Court, expecting that ruling to come down by the end of the week at some point. What kind of political implications, I mean, huge political implications coming down on that ruling?
Well, the chief political implication, I think, is that whoever loses the case is going to be mad, and it's going to be a motivation for them to turn out the vote. I mean, right now it's raining outside the studio. I don't know where it's going to rain in an election. It's going to rain somewhere, and whoever is angry is going to be willing to walk through the rain to vote. And I think that's the main political implication of what's going to happen.
And any expectations? What are you expecting to see as it comes down?
Oh, it's really hard to tell. I mean, everybody, you know, nobody's willing to really say. If I had to make a guess, I'd say it's going to be a split decision. They're going to strike down the individual mandate, keep the rest of the law, but that's the heart of the law. So if you strike down the individual mandate, that's the heart of the law. You know, it's hard to say, though. I mean, the idea for an individual mandate was originally a Republican Party idea. So, you know, it's not necessarily strictly Democratic, but I think probably that'll be struck down.
And one question I always have when you talk about the Supreme Court, I mean, they came down, I believe the immigration ruling, this decision was made in March, right? Why does it take so long until we can finally hear their decision?
Yeah, I mean, well, the decision is reached kind of, I mean, they do an initial vote, and then they sort of lobby each other to try to, and a lot of what the Supreme Court is about why they decide what they do, not just how they decide, what they decide, but how. And so that's part of it. They're lobbying each other. But, you know, that being said, I don't know what goes on there, neither do you. And the Supreme Court, nobody does. I mean, so part of your question, part of the answer is it's a mysterious process.
That it is. Thank you so much. Okay. Peter Fairman, political science professor at Western New England University. If you'd like to catch our full interview with the professor, log on to our website, CBS 3's